This is another week where I just analyze all of these pairs and I'm gonna tell you exactly which ones I'm gonna be looking for the next week. As you guys can see, the first one is gonna be USD CAD. If you go to the weekly time frame, we are bearish. Daily, we are bearish. 4 hour, we are bearish. So we're gonna be looking to sell. Now, this pair we had it on our last video. As you guys can see, I told you guys that I was looking for a pullback to this area support and resistance zone, EMA. If we go to the 4 hour, we also had the last previous action point here, although we switched structures, so I wasn't looking for that anymore. But as you can see, at the end of the day, on the 1 hour, after all the price movement, we created a support and resistance zone that we broke under. We switched bearish on the 1 hour, and on a right session, we had the movement to the downside, and almost immediately we went to take profit. I have this entry that I've been working at. I'm gonna upload a video very soon that has worked wonders for me and helped me through my end of Q1. And I think this is a great example that this works, at least for now. So, what about this week? I'm waiting for USD CAD to have a pullback to this zone, last previous structure point on the daily. On the weekly, I don't think we have much. We have our last previous structure point here, maybe. Yes. And on the 1 4 hour, if you don't count this as an elbow, I do not, then this is our last previous extraction point at the moment if we do not keep creating a lower low here. We also have the EMA kind of getting closer. Daily EMA is all the way up here, so no. And on the 1 hour, the EMA is past that area. Now, we could be creating new lower lows, maybe a lower high here to keep creating lower lows. But I am only interested on rejecting this zone that we use as support, as resistance here. So I'm going to be looking for that this week. Very simple. NCD CAD is going to be our second one. If we go to the weekly, this one is a little bit more tricky, but as you can see, we are on this is our lower low. This is our last previous structure point, and we have our EMA here. But if we go to the daily, it looks a lot cleaner. It looks like we are having a pullback to this area. We have our psychological number. We have an EMA here. Do we have a psychological number here? We do. Let's see. I guess it counts. It's kind of there. It's kind of here on this week. But let's go back to NCD CAD. We are looking for these both CAD pairs to sell. But yeah, on the daily, last previous short point here, support and resistance area, psychological number. And if we go to the 4 hour, okay, the EMA is all the way up down here. I think that's pretty much it. We were gonna be looking for a good entry. 1 hour EMA is all the way down here. I'm just gonna be waiting for a rejection of this point on the daily. I don't say this as clear, but this is one of the best ones I had. There's not many pairs this week. A lot of the market is doing its thing with the news and everything going on, so we gotta be patient and just risk where we are, where we think, where you see the most probabilities going to your side. And I think we could be rejecting this zone. If we don't, then we don't. I'm not interested on anything else here. GBP CAD, another CAD pair. If you go to the weekly, these were higher high, higher low. Last previous structure point here, if I'm not wrong. Let me see. Yes, here. We are already there. So if we go to daily, We are okay. So two things can happen here. We either start going on top of this area. The EMA, I don't think it's gonna come all the way down here unless we keep creating lower price action. But I'm gonna be looking for, I mean, if we take in consideration where we are at the weekly, we could be creating a lower high to a higher low to create another higher high, or just a reaction of this point to create high movement or bullish movement. If we go to the daily, we are bearish. I do count this as an elbow. So if we come here, if we do something like this, then we switch bullish, pull back, rejection, and then up from there. Or we could be already rejecting this area and create a new lower low. I'm gonna be looking for that. I see the 4 hour EMA is close. We are bearish on the 4 hour. I do not see a reaction from here. This one interesting. A lot of patience. I want to see what the market gives me on Monday and Tuesday, maybe, to see if I can do a buy here more than a sell because of the weekly price action. Are we maybe feeling this week? Let's see on the 1 hour. Okay. If anything, this looks interesting, but not not too clear for me, not too much. I'm just gonna be waiting to see what happens. But from here, two things can happen, and I do want to see what the market is giving me, what clue the market can give me for me to take a trade-in and take some profits. But I do not see it as clear. The best one for me is going to be USD CAD, and another one is going to be Euro USD. I do not have a plan here, but I'm just going to be looking at this weekly, higher bullish, daily bullish, 4 hour bullish as well. This was a good trade that I explained on the last video. As you guys can see, we were waiting for a reaction from this point to then go up. We had this weak fill on the next day, and I did not imagine, I wasn't taking, it did not cross my mind that we were gonna go this high in price. But oh well. If anything, I'm gonna be looking here is a pullback to then buy, but who knows? It has to be and look pretty good for me to take a trade, and it had to be at a right session. I do not want to be on a trade too long, especially on these markets. GBP CAD, same. NZD CAD, sell here, and USD CAD, pull back to then sell, pull back to then sell, pull back to then sell. Price to break this, create a higher high, rejection to then buy. That's probably what I'm gonna be looking for this next week. I don't have anything else. I do not see anything getting even better or closer to what I just explained. So very quick, very short video for this week. I am waiting for the market to have a more, to be more decided on something, because as you can see, we had these big movements on both sides. I do not want to give a trade just to give you guys a pair. Good luck, be patient, and stay calm. These are difficult times, but it's time to be brave. I'll see you guys on the next one.